Well, this is where we're at. It's a little wobbly and it's backwards, which is weird for me to look at, but that's okay. That's okay. We're here, whatever. Maybe I will turn that light off. Hold on. Yeah, this looks good. My hair's all fucked up. Don't care. All right. Welcome to the chat now, which is better for me because then I can kind of look, and if I want to shut it off, I'll just go boom. And if I want to turn it on, I'll just go boom. But it's backwards. Like this is my left hand, but it's on the right side. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. But I just want to show you guys, these are legally obtained documents and exhibits. So it's really hard to encompass everything that has happened in the last 9 years. Okay, so essentially what I will say is we should read a document that I printed yesterday. Now, Petty, if you're interested, you can go back and listen to part 1 and part 2. And I think it'll help fill in some of the gaps, but what we're going to do today, look, Catherine even printed out my own text messages with me. See, they're an exhibit B. And I guess these are so threatening. I can't wait to read them to you guys. Like, then we have the suicide note. Okay. This is the one that I was given in my deposition, and Chaps, who was always in, she's just been saying that I'm in the suicide note and all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not in this note at all, but you just keep defaming me, girl, because you're just digging your hole a lot deeper than you ever could have imagined. Which is great because I don't want to like go into too much detail, but 2 attorneys taking on a defamation case against some YouTubers and people in my community. There's that. There's that. Here's other exhibits. Oh, we're on this side. Exhibits. All legally obtained. So I guess what I'm going to do, I went and picked up. Okay, in a nutshell, my friend, her husband, and their business was falsely accused of bullying a woman to death. Okay? This woman that ultimately did take her life, sadly, she, in my opinion, had some paranoia. And I think that her business was struggling, and she was trying to get a grip of, where her place was and who she could connect with and network with. And I think she was jealous of my friend's business because they were so successful. And anyway, the hatred that Catherine McCabe had. So here is the docket. This is Steph Hite, Andrew Hite, Trade Secrets versus Catherine McCabe, Travis McCabe, Green Bean Coffee. The case is from 2019. And it is still going on. 7 years later, they're still fighting. And it's not even that they're fighting. Catherine and her husband and their attorneys, well, they've switched attorneys, but they have, in my opinion, and there was a court hearing on Monday, a motion for sanctions. She withheld evidence. And you can listen to some of the stuff that they withheld if you go back and just listen to part 1 and part 2. Okay. It'll catch you all up to speed. It's not crazy. So I forgot to read this the other day. I actually printed it out, at the courthouse, but I'm going to show you, like, this is one of the memes that Catherine posted. Okay. Bullies cause depression. Depression causes suicide. Are you a murderer? Okay. These are the kinds of posts that she was making on her social media post. Meanwhile, talking to people behind the scenes, telling them things about Steph that just weren't true, never doing an independent investigation for herself. And yeah, look, here's another one. Due to a public service announcement, due to a shortage of medical supplies, snitches are no longer getting stitches. Snitches will be going straight to ditches. So we're going to read this. Too bad. Can I zoom in on this? Oh, no. I mean, I can touch my screen, but I can't zoom in myself. Okay. I'm going to read this. This is the plaintiff's memorandum of law in support of plaintiff's motion for sanctions for defendant's failure to produce documents and other dilatory conduct. Yeah, you're just in time for this one. I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to see how far we can get into these text messages. But essentially, there's been Becky's husband has been deposed. He already, like, we went through their text messages. Where's their text messages? All their text, we were going. This is the evidence that Catherine withheld for 7 years, where she says she wants to crush Steph Hite. She wants to crush her, and she's not done yet. Okay? All documented. Imagine just having access through a lawsuit to everything that a lady who hates your guts has ever said about you to somebody else. Well, guess what? Now I know what Catherine said about me too. So, fuck you, Catherine, you fucking bitch. And like I said at my deposition, I hope Catherine loses everything for what she did to my friends. So it says, this motion is supported, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to skim through some of it. Yeah, this is we got, these are not all of their text messages either. But, like, she tried to say, oh, the screen was broke, so whatever. Okay? I'm not nodding out. I'm actually, like, I'm looking at my phone. Okay. Let me just crack a little drink real quick. All right. I don't even need this microphone to sit here. But it is a good prop. All right, let me just get into this. It says the plaintiffs, which are my friends, Stephanie and Drew Hite, they have lost their business. Like, their business is closed. And it's closed because of the online smear campaign. Plaintiffs bring this action for defamation, business disparagement, tortious interference. Most specifically, defendants Catherine, Travis, McCabe, and Green Bean Coffee House launched a defamatory smear campaign against the plaintiffs when they falsely and maliciously stated and asserted on social media and broadcast media. Remember, they went to the news, and this is the news anchor's text messages. They maliciously stated and asserted on social media and broadcast media that plaintiffs had murdered fellow business owner Rebecca Hoover by harassing her on an almost daily basis. That is quoted statement too, which caused Hoover to commit suicide. So, additionally, the defendants maliciously defamed and thereby caused reputational harm by falsely asserting that not only the plaintiffs harassed Rebecca Hoover, but the defendants had documented evidence and personal knowledge of the plaintiff's alleged harassment. 7 years later, nothing has been provided. Additionally, the defendants defamed and thereby caused reputational harm by omitting exculpatory evidence. Text messages, they just got these 7 years later. and of which they knew from their defamatory smear campaign. Most specifically, defendants omitted that the Altoona police had investigated the allegations of criminal harassment and concluded that the allegations of harassment were unfounded. Yeah, listen up, chaps, you fucking bitch. And I am going to call you that because you are a fucking bitch out here calling and saying I'm fucking responsible for someone's death. And I'm not in her suicide note. The defendants had repeatedly violated the discovery rules of this court order. The defendants have engaged in a pattern of obstructing discovery, concealing evidence, and simply refusing to comply with the court's punitive damage discovery order dated February 7th, 2022. 4 years ago, dude. The most recent examples and the catalyst for this, yet another sanction motion, is the defendant's failure to respond. Oh, I read this. Hold on. Let me skip forward. Sorry. This was the motion for sanctions. I want to read the memorandum. The question presented: should the defendants be sanctioned for failing to comply with the court's order dated February 7th, 2022, directing defendants, quote, to make full and complete responses to the written discovery request regarding defendants' net worth within 30 days of the order? So they didn't do that. How can they do that in court? What? How can they do what? Petty, do you want to come up? I don't even know if I can bring anybody up here. I don't think I can. I have no idea how to do it. Numbers? No, you're good. I don't even know how to do it. All right. Anyway. So basically the background and the facts of the case are this. This is a good summary for you. I didn't realize it's 1 a.m. Plaintiff Stephanie Hite has been defamed, harassed, threatened, traumatized, and has had her reputation and her once successful and rapidly growing business, Trade Secrets, destroyed because defendants launched a smear campaign against Steph Hite, falsely stating that she harassed a fellow local business owner, Rebecca Hoover, to death. The defendants never had a shred of reliable proof that any of their defamatory statements about Steph Hite were true, but assured the public that they had plenty of documentation. That's what they went to the news and said, to prove that their statements, and suggested that they had personal knowledge when they did not. They did know, however, of exculpatory facts that undermined their statements that they at all times omitted from the false and defamatory smear campaign. In July of 2019, days after Rebecca Hoover's passing, the defendants launched a defamatory smear campaign against plaintiffs under the internet hashtag #RememberPoppy, where they falsely and maliciously stated and asserted on social media and broadcast media that Stephanie Hite and Trade Secrets had harassed Rebecca Hoover to death. The defendants' defamatory smear campaign consists of, among other posts, the social media post identified in the first amended complaint and exhibits 19, 25, 26, and 28. The defendants' comments to those social media posts made statements defendants made on WTAJ's broadcast and statements made to certain individuals. See defendants verified answer number 112, where Catherine admitted to contacting Heather Chesney, the sales facility coordinator at the Jaffa Shrine Center in Altoona, PA. Wait, what? They cannot call for the operation of another person's brain. I must have missed whatever I was reading. And told Miss Chesney, this is what Catherine said, told Miss Chesney that Steph Hite should not be permitted to hold events at the Jaffa Mosque because of the false statement that Steph Hite harassed Rebecca Hoover to death, and stating, by way of further information, the request to deny access to the Jaffa Mosque was predicated on Steph Hite's overall business persona as well as the harassment of Becky Hoover. The gist or sting of all the defamatory communications was SUCCINCTLY, succinctly, summed up by defendant Catherine McCabe during her deposition testimony, where she admitted, just remember this, Catherine McCabe during her deposition testimony, I know, when she admitted that she told people Stephanie Hite harassed Rebecca Hoover to death. See Exhibit 16. Transcript of Catherine McCabe's deposition. I have that. We read that yesterday. Right here. It's just a simple question. Did you identify the plaintiffs to Heather Chesney? Catherine says, yes. I just want you guys to see this because it's a public document and I don't think Chaps fucking believes me, dude. But you're on the wrong side of fucking justice, bitch. So she says, did you identify the plaintiffs to Heather Chesney? Yes. So that's a false denial in 115. You know what that means? It means that Steph and Andy and Trade Secrets, through their attorney, filed a complaint. Okay? And they sent it to Catherine and Travis and Green Bean Coffee, and through their attorney, they're required to answer those things that they complained about. And Catherine said that she, in her response written out, she said that she never told anybody Catherine's or Stephanie Hite's name. Yes, Chaps is from TikTok. She's the one that came over in Queen Bee's panel and said that she was really a dog bounty hunter. But she sits with Cajun, Nikki Bertha, Ocean, Christina O'Donnell, one of the plaintiffs, and they are the ones that sat on a panel with my biological mother to send me a silent message by re-victimizing me for my childhood trauma. She's a fucking sick bitch. And I have proof of that because I have the messages. So essentially, I forget where I was going. Yeah, yeah. And then she latched herself on to this in my community of someone that she doesn't even know. She doesn't know who she thinks she's sitting sides with. And yet she's bullying me and telling me that I'm in the suicide note publicly on local Facebook groups where people in my community are reading this shit. You better fucking come correct, bitch, if you're going to talk about me. Because you haven't been. And I had a great couple phone calls with some attorneys who are looking for a defamation lawsuit. One of them will be in my town next Thursday for another defamation lawsuit. How about that? All right, so let me just get back to this. I'm not wasting my time on fucking trash cans. Okay, so Catherine McCabe, during her deposition testimony, where she admitted she told people that Steph Hite harassed Rebecca Hoover to death, defendants used various and specific factual euphemisms for the statement that Steph Hite harassed Hoover to death. By way of example, defendants stated Hoover was tormented and lied about for 2 years, was a victim of adult bullying, was poked constantly every day, and endured cruel bullying on almost a daily basis. Defendants further stated that plaintiffs were ruthless with her, hurt her so much she wanted to end her life, and caused her misery leading up to her death. Catherine McCabe's Facebook post dated July 31st, 2019. Catherine McCabe, using her vast social media platform on the Green Bean Coffee House page, her personal Facebook page, and through her commercial connections with WTAJ, which is our news station all over central Pennsylvania, and set out to destroy Steph Hite and her business trade secrets when she told Rebecca Hoover's husband these are her words. People know I want to crush them. You guys know I got receipts. Yeah. That's all right. Like they literally defame 4 individuals, publicly defame me and my business. And time is of the essence. And I love just sitting back and letting life just unfold for people. Yep. So she told Rebecca Hoover's husband, Ken Hoover, I want to crush them, which are true in copies of text messages between Catherine McCabe and Ken Hoover. She did. Defendants' defamatory smear campaign began in earnest with a false and defamatory Green Bean Coffee House Facebook post on July 25th, 2019. As the defendants intended, the public understood that the defamatory post referred to Steph Hite and trade secrets. Mind you, these people, my friends, have had people drive by their business whenever it was open. They've had threats to burn down their business, their house, harm them. Horrible shit. And like 2 weeks ago was Becky Hoover's 7-year death anniversary. I didn't know Becky Hoover. I keep saying this to everyone. I didn't know her until she sent Steph a cease and desist letter, and I don't even know when that was. And then I'm like, well, who the fuck is this lady? You know what I mean? Nobody did anything to this lady. Nobody called her, went in her business. Nobody had her phone number. We didn't shop there. We don't give a fuck. We were busy. We were running our own businesses. Yeah. Okay. As the defendants intended, the public knew that the defamatory post referred to Steph Hite and trade secrets. Defendants knew their comments were having their desired effect in damaging plaintiff's reputation, as Catherine McCabe told Ken Hoover just days after the July 25th post, 2019. Well, they are learning their lessons now, and we are far from done. That's quoted right here. Right here. We are far from done. Just like yesterday, or the day before, Catherine McCabe went and wrote on Chap's TikTok page that she was trying to intimidate me by mentioning businesses that are in my town. Well, I said that to the police too. Don't worry. We're documenting everything. everything. And when I'm sitting here online, someone else is watching everybody else. 24/7 monitoring. Maybe even the police. He can't wait for you to show up. He's ready for some fun. The defendants were far from done, as McCabe promised. From July 25th, 2019 until December 16th, 2019, the day plaintiffs were forced to file the present lawsuit, the defendants published approximately 36 posts or comments across 2 social media platforms with a collective follower count of approximately 29,374 followers as of June 30th, 2026. The defendants used their clout and commercial relationship with WTAJ, which is our news, to shed a spotlight on their defamatory smear campaign. Confronted with the onslaught of negative reviews, physical threats, and online in-person harassment caused by defendants' defamatory smear campaign, plaintiffs sent to defendants a retraction letter demanding cessation of the smear campaign, informing them that it was damaging to their business. Defendant Travis McCabe callously testified that he and his wife refused to retract because he thought the plaintiff's success was enough to withstand the onslaught. I have that deposition also. Again, I have everything. Did you think that wasn't going to happen? What was going to happen? That trade secrets were going to fail? No. Why did you think it was not going to happen? They seemed like a very successful business that could withstand the accusation of bullying and harassment. I couldn't tell you. I'm not a business expert to say what one could and one could not handle. Yeah. The transcript of Travis McCabe's deposition dated January 23rd, 2024. Quote, they seemed like a very successful business. The defendants' relentless efforts to crush plaintiffs' successful business culminated in a post wherein Catherine McCabe called the plaintiffs murderers. Here's the post. Bullying comes in many forms: verbal abuse, verbal bullying, tangible, material bullying, physical bullying, passive aggressive, covert bullying, cyberbullying. All of the above are wrong, hurtful, and cause pain to others. Bullying can cause a person who already struggles with depression. Hello, that's what I'm telling you, motherfuckers. Leave me alone. And anxiety to slip further down a path of suicidal ideation. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Don't just post about being kind. Start acting upon it today. Hashtag remember Poppy. See that there? Hashtag remember Poppy right above the word bullies. Bullies cause depression. Depression causes schmuicide. Are you a murderer? Imagine posting that. Like, there are sick people out here that could react to that and try to take matters into their own hands and actually physically hurt people that are innocent. Unbelievable. Additionally, the defendants maliciously defamed and thereby caused reputational harm by falsely suggesting they had personal knowledge of and possessed documented evidence of plaintiff's alleged harassment. Now, mind you, we went over this the other day. There was a police investigation done. It was unfounded. By way of example only, the defendants made the following statements on social media. For those out, this is quotes. These are quotes. So for those out here claiming Becky was not bullied, I can assure you that is a false claim. Right here. Okay, we're reading this one. Becky saved everything and shared a lot of it with me. Okay, if Becky shared it with you, Catherine, then where is it? Because you have never provided it. Hold on, here's another one. I have dealt, right here, I'm backwards, so don't mind me. I have dealt with these women for 2 years and have plenty of documentation I've kept private. I'm going to read something. Hold on one second. Huh. So I do want to make sure that you guys know, like, when I read about this motion for sanctions, and I know I'm turning this stuff around because I want you guys to see, like, I've legally obtained these documents from the Monetary Office, but there's a motion for sanction. That hearing was on Monday, but these text messages, this is with the WTAJ news lady. When we talk about withholding information, back in 2020, the plaintiff said, hey, you're going to have to give us all of your shit. You're going to have to give us all your text messages. And so they handed over like 30 pages. Okay. Well, if you, I know, if you are reading a text message and you're like, oh, she's this, and then the next sentence or the next page is like totally different, you're going to know some shit was left out. So even after they got the 30 pages, there was still like another 100 and then another little couple pages. So this is just a pattern of what was going on. Sorry, my daughter's texting me. What did I make? Sloppy hose. Sloppy hose. Shit. Did I fuck this up? No, I don't think I did. Okay. I also want to say that this is Catherine's post. I have dealt with these women for 2 years and I have plenty of documentation of what I have kept private. Oh, like my message to her? Do you guys want me to read my message to her? Can I have like 2 seconds to go to the restroom? Then the next one says, the thing about a bully is they get so caught up in their own lies, they seem to completely forget about what the trail of things they have done and left behind. Whether it be messages, texts, emails, people they spoke to, everyone leaves a trail. Isn't that so interesting? Isn't that so interesting for her to say that? Everyone leaves a trail. We'll probably read the text messages on a scheduled live because I want everybody to listen to this. The defendants even filed a baseless and harassing counterclaim in this case, falsely averring that the plaintiff's lawsuit was frivolous because plaintiffs knew or should have known the defendants had documentation to counter defendants had engaged in bullying behaviors towards Rebecca Hoover. Well, guess what? This exhibit, this is not bullying. So I'd like to know where the proof is. Oh, because I messaged somebody and says, here's one of my messages. You know what is crazy? I know why you blocked me, because you're friends with Catherine and being sucked into her drama. Same thing Chaps did. Same thing Tammy did. Same fucking thing. Little marionette puppet. It's crazy to me. It is crazy to me the amount of people on social media that think that they're going to get some like special information from Catherine. You know what's even crazier? Is Catherine on Tuesday showed up in Chaps's comments to intimidate me, but yes, she couldn't show up the day before to court that she's been dragging out for 7 fucking years that should have never even happened to begin with. Anyway, let's keep going. It is a classic defamation to state that you have evidence of a person's wrongdoing when you do not have evidence of a person's wrongdoing. I'm gonna show this for Chaps. This is for you, Chaps. You ready? Right here, Chaps. It is classic defamation to state that you have evidence of a person's wrongdoing when you do not have evidence of a person's wrongdoing. I can't wait to sue that bitch, honestly. I've been telling everybody this whole fucking time. I do not bully Becky Hoover. Becky Hoover was never bullied to death. And I stand on 10 toes on that. And I also said that Catherine McCabe, I believe, has an enormous amount of guilt going on because she could have saved Becky's life. Becky texted her the day she took her life at 11:11 in the morning and said, if anything should happen to me, please be there for Ken. He really liked you guys. Catherine says, what happened? And then nothing. Catherine didn't call 911 for a welfare check. She didn't go to Becky's house and check on her. She did nothing. And under her own deposition, her reasoning for not doing anything was because she was just too busy at work. She was too busy. Could you imagine having a friend like Catherine? If you're mentally struggling, I have literally struggled so many days over the last 2.5 years, but even in dealing with all of this, being falsely accused or whatever, yeah. It's crazy. It's not something that I would wish on anyone. All right. It definitely would. Okay, so let me go back to the last page, see where we left off. Classic defamation. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Actual malice. No. What the fuck? I can't imagine getting a text like that from anyone and ignoring it. And you know what's even crazier is like these people have accused me of bullying someone to death, but they don't even realize that like I called a welfare check-in on Stephen Crabtree last year. He made some questionable statements that were alarming to me. And I, in Pennsylvania, called Tennessee and made sure that I connected with somebody there who did a welfare check on him. And I just couldn't imagine. I could never imagine. Or somebody else literally commented on one of the posts that says, I still remember that day that I got the text about Becky passing. I wish I would have something. I forget what it was, but I'll have to go back and look. I had no idea or whatever. Can you guys hear me? It says my volume's working. Okay. Let me get back into this. Actual malice. Knowledge of the falsity can be proved by showing the defendant falsely stated or implied that the representations were based on personal knowledge or investigation. The defendants, Catherine and Travis McCabe, had no personal knowledge and conducted no investigation. And then there's exhibits in here for her deposition, which we read yesterday. Given defendants malicious and knowing falsity, their repeated suggestions and assertions that they had documented evidence and personal knowledge, it is no mystery why the public believed Catherine McCabe's defamatory statements. After all, Catherine McCabe represents herself as a kind, respected member of the Altoona business community, whose business is and was consistently featured on WTAJ News. McCabe uses her carefully curated credibility and her massive social media platform to tell the public that she had evidence that the plaintiffs harassed Rebecca Hoover to death and omitted the exculpatory evidence that demonstrated otherwise. Right there, black and fucking white, dude. Black and white. Go back and pause that, chaps. The defendants did not have the evidence they say they possessed, but they did know exculpatory information that they concealed. I'm sorry, I woke you up. And never revealed to the public. The defendants knew the Altoona police had investigated whether any of the alleged harassment took place. They knew the police wrapped up their investigation on May 10th, 2018, approximately 15 months before Rebecca Hoover's passing, and that the police investigated these claims of harassment against Steph Hite, and their conclusion, right here, was unfounded. Unfounded. Not only did the defendants omit that material fact, they stated the opposite. Quote, although Becky went through the proper channels to get this issue rectified, sadly, nothing was done. Then there's an exhibit, C. Schiavone Construction versus Time. And it says, holding that a jury could find actual malice for purposes of a defamation claim, where the defendant's omission of exculpatory significantly altered the alleged defamatory message. Knowing they had backwards. No, where am I at? Knowing they had no evidence to support their false statements, Catherine and Travis McCabe set out on another course to crush Steph Hite and trade secrets, obstruct discovery of this truth, conceal and withhold material evidence, make false statements in verified pleadings. Oh, shit. And in deposition testimony, and file a false and frivolous bad faith counterclaim with the sole purpose of threatening Steph Hite and trade secrets with further financial ruin. That is what this motion is about. The defendants have repeatedly violated the discovery rules of this court's order. We're going to listen to this one. Like the laughing Ray Liotta Goodfellas meme the defendants posted in response to plaintiff's retraction letter. The defendants have made a mockery out of the discovery process, engaging in a pattern of obstructing discovery, concealing evidence, and simply refusing to comply with this court's punitive damages order damages discovery order dated February 7, 2022. The most recent examples and the catalyst for this, yet another sanction motion, is the defendant's failure to respond by plaintiff's latest attempt to obtain compliance with the court's punitive damage discovery order and the recent discovery of Catherine McCabe's active, years-long concealment of relevant and responsive text messages between her and Rebecca Hoover's husband, Ken Hoover. With regard to the punitive damages discovery, the defendant's obstructionist tactics have been extreme and costly and prejudicial to the plaintiffs and has hampered their ability to prepare for trial. On September 15th, 2021, the plaintiffs, through counsel, sent to defendants a letter enclosing plaintiffs' discovery requests regarding defendants' net worth for purpose of a punitive damage award. The punitive damages discovery letter explained in detail the plaintiff's entitlement to punitive damages discovery and requested defendants allow such discovery to proceed by agreement of the parties and without involvement of the court. God. Thanks for the warning, bitch. Oh, I'm just another one of Catherine's friends. Her fake friends. It was just Tammy, actually. Over there fucking... Never mind. I'm not going to say it. Fuck you, Tammy. You're a disgusting fucking hoe bag, too. The punitive damages discovery letter explained in detail, which Tammy sent me a text message too. She said something about go bully or you killed somebody or something. Actually, let me pull it up. Let me just pull this up because I like receipts. Tammy. Here. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Was it this one? Oh, yeah. These are all Tammy's text messages. Mm-hmm. She said, "You are a mole. You're the one that stays at the police station." No, I don't, but I do know a lot of cops. You're the one that bullies people to death. Look at this. Right here. Where's my finger at? You are the one that bullies people to death. Look at her. You are the one that bullies, then cries victim. Well, Tammy, at least I didn't pay to have my face redone and take a whole fucking countertop of makeup on vacation and then post all my videos with filters on and then post AI videos of somebody laying on a beach like acting like it's you. It ain't you, bitch. You're a disgusting liar. Imagine paying for your face and still not being happy. And I'm over here with no makeup on, no mascara, hair not done, not giving a fuck. You know why? Because I'm me, and if you don't like it, you can suck one. On October 21st, after further inquiry from plaintiff's counsel for defendants confirmed receipt of the punitive damage discovery letter and requested unspecific additional time, blah, 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 blah. Defendants did not respond to the punitive damages discovery letter and the plaintiff's request therein to permit punitive damage. Tammy is literally friends with this fucking bitch now. Like, if that does... Tammy's the one that came on and said, "Barbecue lady recorded Katie Proudfit at lunch," with no fucking proof. No fucking proof. No proof at all. Everybody should be asking Tammy what her and Rag Talk said to the police. Because turns out, you know what happened, bitch. Hate bonding ass motherfuckers. Thank you. Oh, I wanted to see something real quick. I don't know. Can I highlight? Oh, wait. Nope. Is this a highlighted comment? Did I highlight? No. Pin message? I don't know. Did I do it? No. Listen, Tammy wanted to, in my opinion, Tammy wanted to just interject and ruin whatever the fuck she thought was going on, even though there wasn't anything really to ruin, except she was trying to get a whole community of people to hate me. And she has her little community of people that hate me, burn my cookbooks, talk shit. Right now, this is what they're doing right now. Right now, they're all in the comments talking about how, oh my gosh, if you're going to do a lip sync, make sure the sound lines up. Okay, well, Tammy, let me give you a little clue. Sometimes whenever you save a video, it doesn't always line up. There's like 1 second off. But if you're doing a video on Bluetooth in your car, there's always a delay. And I don't give a fuck. If that's the worst thing you're going to say about me, at least I didn't get my face cut off and a new one put on. And I don't have to wear fucking cakes and cakes of makeup and then put filters on for my videos. You guys can pretty much see what my face looks like with no makeup on. Where's that turkey neck? Oh, I do have a little bit of skin here. Oh, I got to use my MYYYYs tonight. Yeah, it was probably like it was probably like the beginning of last year. And that's the problem. People listen to other people instead of just giving that person a fair shake or reaching out. Like, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, it does, but like, I just feel like I've been defending myself this whole time. I haven't done anything wrong. I've done everything to try to help, and I got attacked for every little thing that I did. Anyway, the defendant's deliberate refusal to comply with the order for 3 years forced the plaintiffs formally request detailed follow-up for punitive damages. Do I need to keep reading? Yeah. Yes, that part. That part right there. I don't know. This is crazy. Did one person? Oh, I don't know. Their life is too fucking short, dude. I mean, we're literally reading about how someone lost their whole business because they were falsely accused of doing something they never did because someone else was jealous. It sounds, you know what? That really sounds. Catherine, jealous. Tammy, jealous. Chaps, jealous. I mean, I get it now. I see the light. Where has Tammy been? Oh, she doesn't go live. She just makes videos, and then she is now starting to upload them to YouTube. She's going to post one every single day until the Dixie Chicks concert. I don't know how to block that shit, but I am going to privacy strike her because she has a live up that I don't want to be on there because she thinks she's getting. I'm going to privacy strike her for all 3 fucking videos, actually. Let me look at them real quick. I don't know if I can look at them. She says, you need medicated. Stop bullying me. I wrote, go write some more fake prescriptions. That's not a lie. She said, stop breaking the law and you won't be so paranoid. I'm not breaking the law. And I even had someone defend me saying she never broke the law, not once. True Southern Belle ways are showing. I'm just glad I found out now. You're the one who has to live with your hate and jealousy. I can only come to that conclusion because you're deceitful. Don't ever contact me again, ever. She says, you have recordings. All the proof. All the proof. Yeah, you are the proof. Leave me alone. You're trying to bully me. No, I'm just telling you that you're a snake, two-faced bitch. No, actually, I'm not. Text me one more time. She says, you are left with no one. Wake up. I said, me informing you that what someone else said about you and your actions isn't a threat. You shared our private messages with your Discord and someone informed Hong. Falsely accused me of threatening you. Falsely accusing me of emailing nudes. GD, you are desperate. I have never threatened you, ever. You are the devil. You're evil. No wonder you don't have any friends. If this is how you treat people in real life, I might have just as much. So just be careful what you're threatening me, Tammy. Spread around that I'm sleeping with some. Y'all are sick as fuck. So jealous. Sleeping. Seriously, that's so low. And shut up, Siri. Sorry, my Siri's trying to come up. Keep your cuntiness away from me, you plastic bitch. And I only said that because Bullhorn Betty called her that. She says, girl, please, you are left with no one. Wake up. First of all, it's quantity over quality. in her mind, quantity over quality. And in my mind, it's quality over quantity. Like, we have a couple people in here, but all of the people that are in here are respectful. I said, you lied on a panel saying you didn't see receipts for the billboards after 10K. That's a lie. I can't entertain you anymore. I'm not even on social media, and people are still sending me shit of you talking shit. Also, you got a nice little mole in your Discord, LOL. Someone else says in the group chat, Tammy, the disappointment that you have left me with is embarrassing. You're cheering on a child to curse and get involved in an adult situation. Dude, this lady's fucking crazy. Nobody cares, Tammy. Then she says, I haven't seen I didn't collect a dime. I have no idea. I haven't seen receipts since 10K. Well, they're on Queen Bee's fucking live. She's like, you'll have to answer for that. Will I? Will I? Because I already put out the receipts. She said, truth hurts. And you have more than one mole. You still haven't kicked out the right person. Someone wrote, when should you have been kicked out, Tammy? Tammy, you have 6 moles. I don't have to answer shit. I didn't do anything wrong or illegal, but sure did want that TV clout. She said, we're over here having a great time. Mind you, Tammy's daughter threatened my minor child at the time. But you already know. Take notes on how to treat people and run a Discord. I got the best Discord, probably. I have a few Discords, but my private Discord is a nice Discord. The people truly care about each other. Oh, and you need to work on that cookbook. I said, Tammy, the cookbook is done. Don't you worry. You'll get your signed copy. She said, or start sending out refunds. I'm like, you told everyone in your Discord that they wouldn't get their cookbooks. That's a defamatory statement. She said they didn't get them. That's a true statement. I said, well, I told Discord last week there was a week delay because I had court. So update your Discord. She's like, not my responsibility. You should email everyone who ordered one. Mind you, these people are the same ones that went and fucking passed around somebody burning my cookbook. I'm tired. I fucking hate people. I really do hate people because they think they fucking know everything. They think they're better than. They think their shit don't stink. Meanwhile, they're out here fucking knocking over competitor signs and fucking stealing BMWs and stealing fucking flashlights and dildos from Walmart and what else? I forget what else. How? No. All right, I gotta get off here. What are you babies doing? Let me see if I can redirect. Don't do anything. I just want to try this. Let me see if anybody's live. The Hive. Okay, don't anybody move. I just want to see if it works. Okay, so don't anybody leave. That's fine. I'm going to try to do this. So let me see. I know. I'm going to see if I can do this. Customization. Redirect. Fuck, how do I do it? Oh, right here. Oh, hold on. Edit moderators, blah, blah, blah. Redirect. Oh my God, I think I can do it. I don't know if it's going to do it. Is it going to do it? Yes. Did it do it? Probably not. Did it do it or not? Did it work? It didn't work. Okay, let me try again. Just let me figure it out while you guys are here. Hold on, you have to end it. Hold on, cancel. You have to end it to send us. Okay, let me just double check that I did this right. All right, when you guys go over there, okay, it says redirect arouse you to keep your viewers engaged. Add a live stream or premiere for people to watch. Oh, okay. Okay, listen, when you guys go over there, I want you to put chicken legs in there. The chicken leg emoji, like, let me show it to you. This one. Can you guys do that? Can we do that? Okay, let's try it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to end it. I hope you guys all make it over there. First time for everything.